On today's episode of DIY, I'm going to show you what's wrong and what you can do instead. For example, unless you live in a log cabin, you don't want to use knotty pine. These knots love to bleed through the paint. On this accent wall, you can see how bad it really is up close. This wood isn't meant to just be grabbed off the shelf and painted. For example, you can see how the grain swells here. Instead, you can get pre-primed boards that are ready to be painted for a much smoother finish. And where these boards meet, you still need to clean it up. Instead of a 24-tooth saw blade, go for a 60 so it won't rip the board up. And you can fill in the nail hole in the seam with wood filler or Bondo. And where the trim boards meet the wall, I'd use that Alex Plus crown molding caulk to hide this crack. Now, something DIYers can't hide behind are these 20-amp receptacles with a little slot. Unless you're using a bandsaw in your bathroom, a licensed electrician is going to install a 15-amp instead of a 20. Even if the circuit can handle 20 amps, it's just an industry tell. You know, like the nonsensical magnet hinge placement. They're trying to mimic the old carriage house doors that open horizontally, but they're not fooling anybody that does this for a living. You know, like the non-functional shutters that couldn't even cover your window if they actually worked. Now, I cover every room in your house on this page, and it's true. It's your house. Do what you want. And I fully appreciate people want different things. I ask a variety of poll questions of my audience every single day. But what if your first guess at what you want is wrong? And what if you don't have enough time to watch all my posts to figure out why it's wrong in the first place? Well, I recap all these polls and posts every week in my newsletter. You can click here or type classy.